There you are. I've been looking for you all night. I've come for you in regards to a serious matter. A very grave matter. Take a good look at my face. It will be the last thing you ever see, right before I seal your coffin for your eternal slumber. Sweet dreams.
Yo, what is up guys, Steel Vico here, and welcome back to another Spirit Halloween sneak peek. And in this one, we're going to be talking about the 5.7-foot Caretaker animatronic that was also released along with the other 9 animatronics during the graveyard shift. And this one is a kind of underrated one that I don't see a lot of people talking about. Not a lot of negative opinions, not a lot of positives. And I think that kind of makes sense for the character, kind of, because there's a lot going for him, and then there's a few things that kind of take away from him. And I'm going to be talking about him real quick in this video. I'm going to try to make them all these sneak peeks pretty short. But I'm just going to start this off by saying I do think he is a pretty cool animatronic, and he isn't one that I'd really buy just because of how he's kind of generic, but for people that love doing the graveyard themes and stuff like that, he's perfect for that, and I think he has a really cool face. But I have a few gripes that I'm going to talk about real quick before I'll talk about some of the things that I really like about him. So the first thing that I don't like about him that is very present in the video and most of the stock images you can see of him is that he's got kind of a chair look, like it's like a chair or like a table like thing for his legs. He doesn't really have very much form to them. There's no knee bend. It looks very straight up and down. It looks kind of awkward. It looks like he was just set on a box in that he doesn't really have any lower half. So that's kind of something I'm not the biggest fan of. And the second thing that I don't really like all that much is his voice. I think it just sounds a little too generic. It doesn't really have anything too cool going for it. It doesn't sound super deathly like they do on most of the Grim Reapers, which is what I honestly would have done for the Caretaker. But it is what it is. And also, his mouth movement isn't the best. It's kind of the worst mouth movement that we've seen so far from these releases that of props that actually have mouth movement. It's just not great. And it's very limited. What I do like about this animatronic, however, is the obviously the face. I do appreciate the gravestone that he's got tied onto the back of him. I think that is pretty cool with the rope. I think that's a very fun detail that I actually really thoroughly enjoy that they've added to his look instead of like a backpack or something. His animation of moving his shovel up and down is pretty cool. I might have preferred a side-to-side motion, but I think this animation works and is just fine. His light up eyes are cool. While generic, I think they really fit the character. His phrases are really cool, which I'm going to read off in a second. And yeah, that's kind of really all I have to say about him for positives. Like I said, these are some pretty good positives because I think he is well made for the most part. There are just a few things that I'm not a fan of, and I'm kind of surprised a lot of people aren't talking about him that much. But like I said, it's kind of like he's kind of a meh prop. He's got, as I've said before, things for him and things against him. It says, when someone calls for the Caretaker, you best stay out of his path. Hospitality isn't on his mind. When you see his gnarled visage dragging a tombstone through your streets, you best hope he's not coming for your loved ones, because the Caretaker is no ordinary gravedigger. He arrives for those whose sins are so dark only he can be trusted to safely bury them along with the body before they escape and come for us all. The Caretaker animatronic will make the perfect addition to any haunted cemetery this Halloween, with his yellow LED light-up eyes and arms that move up and down to lift his shovel. Better hope that the hole he's digging next isn't for you. So yeah, pretty interesting story. I mean, nothing too much to say about it, but I do think that he has some pretty cool phrases, which is definitely one of the positives. And so he's got 3 phrases, which isn't a lot, but I think it works. And he's got one phrase that I think is really dark, and I think is one of the best phrases he has. And it's pretty dark, I will admit, but it is pretty cool. So the first one and the first one and the last one are the ones that you see in the video. There you are. I've been looking for you all night. Laugh. I've come for you in regards to a serious matter, a very grave matter. Laugh. Now this is the dark phrase. There is no escape. No one will hear your cries for help. The earth will fill your lungs as you try to scream. Buried alive. Laugh. Take a good look at my face. It will be the last thing you ever see. Right before I seal your coffin for your eternal slumber. Sweet dreams. Laugh. So yeah, guys, that is the 5.7 foot Caretaker animatronic. And let me know what you guys' thoughts are about him in the comments below. Do you like him? Do you dislike him? What do you think about my complaints? Do you think they're like valid ones, or do you think they're a bit too picky? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to hear you. And I'd like to hear what you guys think, which sneak peeks you want me to do next. Because I recorded this one, and then I think I'm going to release this one and then wait a little bit before recording the next ones. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.